Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be farming Molotov Rocktail, who is that large scorpion boss out in the Lada uplands. And the reason you would want to do this farm is either to run people for that Zacian bounty mission that pops up every now and then, or just to farm elite warrior tomes, because he is a warrior boss. And we're going to be using a Paragon to do this. Now, it is possible to do this on a necromancer, mesmer, and a monk, and a few others, and I have some videos for those posted already. I just wanted to show that it is possible to do this on a Paragon, and if you've watched my last video on 55 HP farming and all the tactics involved with that, I'm applying some of those principles here for this farm as well. So one of the hardest parts about this farm is just running there. It's a little bit of a long run, but I found that the most consistent way to do it is to run through the forest here with a shout hero, so you run a bit faster. And the enemy groups that spawn sort of spawn randomly throughout, and if you get caught with one of those groups, they will kill you. Very unlikely that you'd be able to survive, but that's why I'm running with a spear and shield set, so I have more health. But anyway, your target is this shrine, so you could get the bounty for killing Molotov Rocktail. And once you get the bounty, or once you get around this area, you could flag your hero away so he doesn't get involved in any of the loot drop calculations. Now, before going in and trying to fight, make sure you have Balthazar's Spirit up, and as you can see, Molotov Rocktail has a very wide aggro range, and two other enemies will also spawn with him. As these two enemies are spawning, cast Mending Refrain, Protective Spirit, and Feel No Pain. These are the three skills that will keep you alive, where Protective Spirit caps the damage that you take, and the other two provide health regeneration. You should also note that the first attack Molotov Rocktail hits you with will knock you down, and that's the skill that he attacked with at range. So as long as you stay close, he won't hit you with that again. So with that in mind, you want to make sure that all three of these skills are up before any of these enemies get an attack on you. Now, to deal damage, you have Blazing Finale, Pain Inverter, and Evas. However, before you cast any of these spells, make sure you use Go for the Eyes or Feel No Pain first, your two shout spells, and then wait for a second or so, and then cast any of the damage inflicting skills. The reason behind this is because the Rocktail Devourers, the other two enemies that spawned with Molotov Rocktail, have a spell called Distracting Shot, which will interrupt your actions, but they will only use it if you start to cast a spell. Therefore, the idea is to try to trigger those distracting shots with shouts so they don't interrupt your actual spells, but they can't interrupt the shouts. That being said, this tactic is not perfect and it doesn't always work, so it is still possible that they can interrupt either Evas, Pain Inverter, or Blazing Finale, and if they do this, it's fine, the farm will just take a little bit longer. That being said, if you maintain Mending Refrain, Feel No Pain, and Protective Spirit, you should be able to survive as long as you need to. You should also note that Protective Spirit has a 1/4 second casting time, which is obviously very fast, so Distracting Shot will most likely not interrupt it, but just in case, I try to cast Go for the Eyes or Feel No Pain before every cast of that as well. But that just might be me being cautious. I've never really had an issue surviving this. I should also note that the Rocktail Devourers have traps, so you don't want to run over to where they're located because the traps will kill you. They inflict burning condition and they deal a lot of damage as well. So anyway, if you've done everything correctly, you should have no issue killing Molotov Rocktail. The whole run takes about 3.5 minutes or so, depending on how fast you run through the forest, and if any of your skills get interrupted or not. Just like I said before, Necromancer, Mesmer, and Monk are slightly faster. They're more common to do this, but you can still do this with the Paragon. So anyway, that's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like below. It really does help out the channel. And if you're interested in any of this kind of stuff, Guild Wars 1 related, anything, I'm always making this kind of content, so please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll leave you off like I always do. Good luck, have fun, and again, thanks for watching.